make homemade chicken noodle soup. I have 5 pounds of chicken, but only because, like you see in every video, I have really picky people. Some people don't want that, so I have to, improvise. I cook them just pieces of chicken, my goodness.
Yeah, the big one and the little one.
Yeah, if they have something healthy, it'll hurt their soul.
That one don't mind.
Ethan will switch back and forth sometimes. I like vegetables now, I'm good. Do you really? You either like it or you don't. 1 or 2 or 3 pounds probably work for you, but I'm sorry I skipped last week. We were just busy. My husband, in his infinite wisdom and mine, we thought we'd have 2 birthday parties, and it'd be great. No. It was a little bit of a disaster. I mean, they were fun, but and people helped clean up, but it just wore us out.
Yep.
Because we think we're 20 sometimes, we're not. You notice I just washed my hands because I just touched chicken. Okay. And you'll see me wash my hands a lot, of course, if you're new. If you're not new, thanks to the ones that do watch. Now, sometimes I lose track, so you'll be seeing me pointing and trying to figure stuff out. I have a lot going on most of the time, so. And I have ADHD, so that kind of doesn't help at all. I'm just going to simply season these, salt and pepper. Or you can use the chicken flavoring that you like. This chicken soup is going to taste good in it. Okay. I don't know what happened to my can opener. It ran away.
That one quit working. I had to use the hand.
Oh. Well, I just was informed that it quit working, which is great. Okay. I preheated the oven to 350. And these you get from Food Line. They're frozen, or Walmart. Either one. You have to cook them from frozen. The other breasts you can thaw, but I kind of like to cook from frozen because you don't have to take the time to thaw it out. And we get to use an old-fashioned, old-timey, hand-operated can opener. People quit moving things. This is the good old can opener. I'm just going to get a can of each vegetable. Carrots, it really doesn't matter which way you put them in. There's no actual order to it. There comes my children and the dog. The good thing is sometimes they're pop tops, which a couple of these are. Carrots and corn and green beans.
School's
and
bad for you.
potatoes. And
Stay out of it. School's bad for you.
Anyway, peas, carrots, corn, potatoes. Green beans. You can actually use your leftover vegetables if you save them from dinner. The butter and seasoning actually tastes good in the soup anyway. And that way you can help clean your refrigerator out. Around here we don't have any leftovers, so we use fresh cans of vegetables because, or you can use frozen vegetables, whichever one you like. because there's not a whole lot of liquid in here. Turn it on 6. There's a weird smell over here. I have no idea what it is. Okay.
That was random.
I know, I'm sorry. You can use chicken broth, you can use water. I got bone chicken broth. It's concentrated, so I don't have to use it a whole lot, or I don't have to keep boiling those little cubes and stuff. And because sometimes that gets annoying because you gotta open a whole bunch of them. Then you're gonna salt it also. And we're gonna add more water. If you want to make it creamy, you can do the roux, or you can do the cornmeal or the cornstarch trick. Cornstarch, cold water, and pour it in. I don't do the creamy soup most of the time though. We just use the regular old soup. It's good for the winter. Yeah, I like to cook it when it's cold. I cook it when it's warm too, but a lot more when it's cold. And again, if you use a cutting board, don't cut your vegetables on the same board as you cut your chicken. Unless you wash and sanitize it. It's cross-contamination, and it isn't good. I'm going to do like usual in just a minute. I'm going to start just tasting the water. Just taste the water until it tastes the way you want it to. And for those people that are worried about you sticking the spoon back in, it's boiling, so it's going to kill any germs that go in there. And I'm really not licking it, I'm just tasting it. I'm not licking the spoon. I promise you not. I use 5 cans of vegetables, just 1 can of each vegetable I like. We're going to need salt, definitely. Of course, you always need to add salt. And it's not as much as it looks, I promise. It's like 2 tablespoons. I'm not salting people to death, I promise. Just about right, a little tiny bit more salt. And I always remember the chicken to have the salt on it too, so you won't need quite as much. Just enough where it doesn't taste unsalted really bad. Okay. Then there's about 1 pound left in here. Use all my macaronis, or you can use egg noodles, but at this time I only have macaroni. It tastes just as good as the egg noodles. I like it. Makes the soup hearty and tastes really good. The dog wants back in, but she can't right now. Okay. And coming up these next couple weeks, there's going to be a lot of cooking. I'm going to show you how to make some desserts and how to make some other entrees and stuff. And side dishes. I'll have to make homemade mashed potatoes. It's a thing I have to do. Because if I don't, I will never hear the end of it from anybody. I might get one of my children to empty the trash. But I like to clean it up as I cook because it makes it easier. Until the trash gets full and then it falls out. The chicken's gonna... See, that's why my life's set up. Anyway, the chicken is gonna take about 1.5 hours. And the soup, you're gonna let it simmer the whole time that you're waiting on the chicken so all the flavors can marry. Like they like to say on TV, they let you use big words. So we'll come back every few minutes and check on it and see the progress. And remember, chicken is 165 or higher, and you put the thermometer in the thickest part of the meat. Because nobody wants salmonella poisoning. Yeah, or, you know, foodborne illness in general isn't fun.
It's probably frowned upon.
Yeah. I'm sure people wouldn't want to come out to your house and eat if you kind of, you know, you got them sick.
Yeah, I don't think they would.
Alright, we'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, we're back with the chicken noodle soup. My vegetables are over here boiling. So, when you got boiling water, you know, you can add in your macaroni or your noodle, whichever kind you want. Okay. Give it a good stir. Okay. Chicken's cooking up nice, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you. You don't have to stir it very often, but every few minutes you might want to come over and stir it or check on it. It doesn't really take that long for macaroni noodles to cook. But whichever way you test it and see if it's ready is what you want to do. Because when macaroni noodles are done, all you do is cut up your chicken and add your chicken, and then you got soup. So you don't have to worry about whether you got everything's done or not. It'll be done. That's really your goal anyway, just to make sure the noodles are done and the chicken is not raw. Looks like my chicken's just about ready. I'm going to turn off the oven and I'm going to let it cool down for a little bit so I don't burn the heck out of my fingers. I'm trying to cut up the chicken. So again, we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, we're going to start cutting up the chicken now. A lot of times, the main advantage I do have to doing it when it's raw is cutting it up, is because this chicken likes to tear, but it seems to be doing pretty good today. Because I sharpened my knife. Sometimes if your knife isn't sharp enough, it will tear the chicken up instead of cutting it. Looks like I did a pretty good job sharpening this one. Well, mostly good job. It's just because it's so tender and done that it's falling apart. I try not to make the pieces too big, but you don't want too little either. And if you have little young ones, you may have to cut it up a little bit more. Or you can do, like I did with the pulled pork, you can shred it and put it in the soup. Of course, I had to pull mine with the fork because I don't have the meat pulled. I can't afford it, so. I know some of these things are not very expensive, but I like to spend more of the money on projects for the house and kids having what they need. And I just make do.
Not the noise in the background, it's the dishwasher.
Yeah, because like I said, we like to clean where we're going.
Yep.
If you don't, you're going to have a whole big mess to clean up after.
That's the tank
Yep. We definitely needed the dishwasher for that. Praising God, we got a house that has a dishwasher. That isn't us.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it used to take me and Chrissy about an hour and a half to do all those dishes. You gonna let the chicken simmer in it for a few minutes? I I'll turn the heat down after the noodles are done so I don't overcook the noodles and make them start sticking to the bottom of the pan. And then you can be the judge of how much chickenness you want in it. We like a lot of chicken. Like I said, I had to cook extra for the children. They don't eat normally. They're not normal humans. And if you want to, you can get the breasts and you can trim them or whatever. I just think a little bit of fat in the soup kind of makes it taste better. And chicken's not very fat anyway, especially the breast. Now when my husband's home, I like to add white and dark meat because he likes dark meat. You can get boneless, skinless thighs to do this with too. And I have to admit, I do like dark and white meat in it together.
It is good.
Dark meat is a little bit more fatty, but like I said, that fat can add a little flavor. And this is pretty heart healthy. So we've had to start being conscious of that because my husband and me are high blood pressure and stuff. That's why I try not to add way too much salt. My sister that's here has high blood pressure. We're just old, okay, in a bad shape. And so we've had to learn how to, well, dogs are in there, she's chicken. Anyway, we've had to learn how to cook a little bit more healthy. And some of the stuff we eat isn't very healthy, but we don't eat it every day. Like the candy. It's just an occasional thing. Everything's good in moderation. Unless you're just absolutely way too sick to eat that stuff. Then I don't recommend eating that, but and like I said, this is healthier than going out to a restaurant and eating burgers and stuff. And this is how you know what ingredients are going in your food because you're putting them in there. So if you're a person that likes all organic, you can buy all organic food here. And you don't have to use the vegetables I use. If you want other vegetables, it's cool, whatever you like. Like I said, to make it a stew, all you have to do is thicken it. Thicken the gravy, or thicken the soup with the gravy. I think I'll cut up maybe a couple more pieces, and our soup will be ready. We're ready to eat. So good. Still chicken noodle, just because it's macaroni noodle. It's still a noodle. I like celery in my soup, but my children don't like celery, so I can't force it in there. And I like to put black-eyed peas. My kids don't eat those either. Well, my middle child eats anything, so the other two you have to worry about. Although being a restaurant manager can get aggravating, it has taught me some things about food and food safety, which is a good thing. But I don't want to make people sick. I remember on Thanksgiving, hot things need to stay hot, cold things need to stay cold. And hot things you can have out at room temperature for a couple hours. But after that, you either heat them up or throw them away. As long as you can keep it 140 degrees. Really, they like it a little bit higher than that, but I mean, you're not always gonna have the luxury of having something, because sometimes you have outside barbecues and you don't have refrigeration. So, just a little tip. Know how much you're gonna need. Bring a cooler. And Dollar Tree has really cheap pans that you can put little propane cans in, and it keeps them hot. If you're gonna do that way, I suggest you probably make the kids food their plate. Kids are crazy and they like to stick their hand right on it. Yeah, I'm gonna clean up this counter. I'm just gonna let this simmer for a few more minutes, just so all the chicken can kind of get the flavor of the soup. But I'm gonna clean up while I'm doing it. I'm making a party. Now where the hell there it is? Let's say we're done it on it. Alright. We'll be back in a few minutes after we do the plate one. Alright, we're plating up a big, oh well, we're bowling up a big not little soup. We like oyster crackers, just any regular cracker. You don't have to eat crackers at all. You can make a sandwich to go with it. This will last for a few days. Because I always make way too much, so you take it for, and eat it for another supper, or you can take it to work or school, or whatever you want, or eat it for lunch at home. Save it for nights when you don't feel like cooking. Okay. These spoons go with this good stuff. I'll take a bite just so I can show you how good it is. Hopefully I don't burn my mouth. Because I get greedy with food sometimes. And I don't wait till it's hot, cool down. Oh my God.
Is it hot?
That's so good. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Not with my mouth full, but it's so good. I'm going to hear some soup. I'm about to do this next time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.